Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I went ahead and decided to jump to the chase since I was running so late. I apologize. I had a really exciting day. We got back from our trip in Florida. I've got a sinus infection from wearing a mask. So I'm struggling. And then today I got to go look at wedding dresses with my beautiful daughter, and she said yes to the dress. So it was a really big, exciting day. Sean, thank you so much for being patient with me. I apologize for being so late. Thanks to everybody in the chat for waiting. So big, exciting day.
It's good to hang out with you. I've missed you.
Thank
Hope
you.
everyone's doing well. Merry Christmas to everyone. Whatever holiday you'll celebrate, happy that holiday.
Yes, happy all the holidays and happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming at us and all the good things to everybody. It's crazy. It's like, can't believe this year has gone so fast. I feel like it's just flown by.
Yeah, it's I hope next year is mucho better than this year. I think it will.
I don't think it can be much worse.
It can. Well, we're on the edge, man. We are so on the edge with everything. But I think things are swinging back to the hey, how you doing? It's my Asian son. Exactly.
How does he feel about you calling him that?
He's the one that made it. He's the one that made the term. Yeah.
My Asian son.
Well, he's half Vietnamese, or quarter Vietnamese.
So my middle son is part Mexican, and he used to call me from middle school because no one would believe him. And he's like, "Mom, will you tell my friends that I'm Mexican?" And I'm like, "Yes, honey. Yes, Jackson is Mexican." And they're like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Yes, he's Mexican." He's very fair. But he's tall and has really dark hair. Yeah. And he's really tall. Yeah. And so they're like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Yes, Jackson's Mexican."
My mother almost named me Raul. It was Sean or Raul. And
do you have Hispanic heritage?
Absolutely not. None at all. Oh. So I'm glad you didn't. I was watching this comedian, and he was from Cuba, and his name is Jose, but he looked like he opened his. He's like, I know you don't think I'm my name is Jose. You think they introduced the wrong guy. I'm a Jason, but yeah, I would have been. He's like his whole life. It's not effective to be like, no, I'm really a Jose, and I was like, that would have been my life if I was Raul. Would have been my life.
You would have chosen to go by your middle name just to mess with people, though.
Oh, hell no, I wouldn't go with
my
middle name's bad.
Okay.
I don't like my middle name at all.
Are you going to tell us what it is then?
Yeah. It's a store in the mall.
A store in the mall?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Rice really wants to know what it is. He's bugging me about it.
Now, I think that should be a question for some copper.
Yeah, you can do it. Thanks, Warrior 32.
Did he think of that? Did he come up with it?
No, she said likes the hat. So
yes, it's adorable.
Thanks.
Very festive. I like it too.
It's not what I ordered, but it's cool. The grandkids will like it, so hopefully.
Jim Montgomery says Spencer. I don't think that's a bad name.
Yeah, it's not a bad name at all. I would have went with that, man, instead of Sean. Spencer for Hire. That was a cool show when I was a kid.
Spencer for Hire. Now everybody's gonna be guessing.
Yeah, no one's
You get one of each if you come up with the name.
It's not Sears or J.C. Penney. That would be Sean J.C. Penney.
Macy.
No.
I'm gonna get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I'm all distracted.
Tell me about the meetup. How did everything go?
Oh my gosh, it was great. We had beautiful weather. We had great people there. We had
Damn it, Jim.
a really great event. Dillard. Dang it, Jim.
Yeah.
You won.
Pretty bad, isn't it?
Dillard. Is that a family name?
Is my biological father's name, yeah.
I don't think that's bad.
Huh?
I don't think that's bad.
No, it's pretty bad. I hate it. Yeah, it's so goofy.
It's a family name. That's like you're using a last name as a middle name. That's very like Southern.
I think my father was from Alabama, actually. So I don't know.
See, it's a Southern thing.
But I haven't seen him since 3. So
it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah,
I haven't seen my biological father in a really long time, and it's a blessing. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Yeah, the meetup was great. We had a lot of great people. We had a great host at the event, and we were able to get a lot of local people there, which was really fun. And so we had a really engaged class, and people were really asking great questions when Westwood was teaching the class, and then the happy hour was really fun.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Take the middle name off the screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm happy to take your middle name off the screen.
Thank you.
Jim, I'll send you one of every coin now. And Jim came and lives pretty close to the area, and actually he has a little ranch out there, and he was like, we need to do a retreat. He has animals and everything. I'm like, I'm going to take you up on that. We need to do like a retreat at his place.
Yeah, that would be cool. A crypto retreat.
It would be fun. We don't get enough time together with everybody.
And there's meetups and there's conventions, but a retreat, that sounds actually nice.
And we have so many people with like really interesting different talents and skills. We have people that have like, yoga. I don't know what you would call that. Teaching skills. Yoga.
Yeah, teaching skills.
Nunchuck
skills.
Yeah. I'm sure skills. Are you going to teach the nunchuck class?
No, I was doing my Napoleon Dynamite impression.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a good movie quoter.
Gurus. Yeah, you didn't know there was a new Ghostbusters, which was...
How was it?
It was really good. It was really, really good. Yeah. Very.
My husband and his daughter are going to watch the new Matrix. I don't like going to movie theaters. So we're going to later, like after Christmas,
my son gets like migraines from smells. So the popcorn like hits him hard when we go in there.
He is my people.
Mm-hmm.
He is my people. I don't like all that.
And we have a big theater here in town, but I've never been to it. We usually go to the one in Killeen, because we go out to eat and then go to the movies. It was the first time we went to that one, and it is because the popcorn smell was just, and it was like, I don't know, it was weird. It was much smellier than the other theater.
Do you think that's real popcorn smell, or is that like they're pumping it in to try to make you buy popcorn?
I don't know. That's a good point, because there was not a lot of people in the theater at first, and it smelled like popcorn so strong. I was telling my son, I was like, why does it smell like that? It's so strong. But that would be pretty brilliant.
Wow.
Pretty brilliant.
I don't know. I feel like I have over conspiracy theory lately.
Yeah. Maz is talking about it. I remember, theaters were like, the seats were hard and made of wood, and they folded up. They were, and now they're all like leather recliners. In our theaters, they're power recliners. So they like, you just push a button and they move back and forth, which is weird because you can hear it. You're watching the movie, then you hear. It's a little strange, but yeah. And then if they serve beer in the movies, that's weird to me too. And food, like real food.
Yeah. I just don't like watching movies with a bunch of strangers. Like I want to be at home on the couch watching a movie with the fam, like it's not fun for me, like sitting in a big room with a bunch of strangers.
I want to have that experience. We have a drive-in here too.
Oh, cool. We have a drive-in in the little town just north of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun too. Just sometimes to go see it. Plus, you can go see it by yourself and just in your your vehicle. But I don't know. Some things I want to see in the theater. That big, especially Ghostbusters, because I saw it in theaters as a kid, so I want to see it in theaters now.
Did they have the Marshmallow Man again?
Yeah, there were tiny ones though. There were mini marshmallow guys.
Mini marshmallows. That's cute.
Yeah, like hundreds of them were running around everywhere. That was funny.
Yeah.
But it was good. It actually made me cry in the end. It was because the guy that wrote Ghostbusters originally, he died. One of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
So, but his son wrote and directed it, and then like the guy who originally produced it, his son produced this. So it's all like kind of the same people.
Interesting. So they kind of told some of that story, or no? Or you just were thinking about it, like
what?
The fact that he
no, they did.
Away.
They because they CGI him as a ghost, so he was there, and
well, that was sweet.
Yeah, it was good.
They gave him a little homage to him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm glad you had a good meetup, man. I would have liked to have gone.
Yeah, we wish you were there.
I had,
it was great.
Like that day we went to see the movie. I had a big family Christmas thing, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had tacos, which was awesome.
Tacos for Christmas. Well, you almost were Raul or Juan or whatever.
Well, I'm Italian and Irish. So I guess
even more reason to have tacos.
The Raul, it's I could be Italian, I guess. I would have probably been different guy though if I would have really latched on to that Italian ethnicity instead of the Irish ethnicity. But because I was Italian growing up in New Jersey, that would have been like, hey, how you doing? My name's Sean.
That would have been perfect. And then move to Texas and keep talking like that.
Yeah. When we came here, I got hit. I got beat with a huge board because I was bad kid. When we came here, and my parents put me in private school, and they hit you there with a giant board, which I was not used to. And
the teachers, you mean?
Yeah, it was the principal and his wife. His wife swung it like a bat with two hands. But they're like, if you do something, if you step out of line again, I'm gonna hit. You're gonna get hit.
You're gonna get swats.
Yeah, that's swats. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, sure, man. All right, that's sure I will, chief. And it was in the 8th grade. But when I was in 8th grade, I was like 6 foot, 190 pounds, had a beard. So I was like, yeah, sure, you're gonna hit me, guy. All right. And then I did something like we're having it was like a dinner, but everyone was supposed to bring different foods, and
potluck.
Yeah, it was something like a potluck, but it was like a potluck of flags or something because everybody brought different country food.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he said we're gonna have Italian food, and I was like, "What's Italian food?" Mm-hmm. But I literally didn't know what he meant because I knew all the other countries. And it didn't dawn on me that he was saying Italian wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, don't be funny there, Henderson. And I was like, what? What is it? What's Italian? What's Italian food? Mm-hmm. And then like Siberia. I said, what is, Mm-hmm. And then he's like, all right, in my office. And he pulls out, he's like, I was like, what? He goes, it's like meatballs and spaghetti and stuff. I was like, you mean Italian food? So I corrected him in front of like the whole school.
Yeah.
He was all,
you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. So he pulled out that thing, and I was like, dude, you're not gonna hit me. You're going to prison.
So I had the same experience moving to Wister, Oklahoma. So I was raised mostly in Kingwood, Texas, just north of Houston. And then, my mom married Papa, and we moved to his daddy's ranch and outside of Poto, Oklahoma, which was the big town because it had the Walmart. And we were in Wister, Oklahoma. Well, we weren't even in Wister. We were outside of Wister. And my parents took us to school, and they told us we were just going to look at the school. And then they got in the car and left me and my sister there.
Really?
And hightailed it out of there. Yeah. The graduating class was 30 people. Me and my big sister were in the same math class, and we were teaching the math class because the teacher had no idea. It was insane. And then, so I was in home ec one day, and these kids were talking about I can't even say it like they say it. Vienna Wieners. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, do you mean Vienna sausage? It's Vienna. And they were arguing with me so much. And I'm like, excuse me. And I'm like asking the teacher, I'm like, can you please correct them and tell them it's Vienna? And she's like, no, it is Vienna, like Vienna, Wiener. And I was just like, oh, where am I?
Yeah. That's bad. Like,
it was
you
so
have
bad.
it with your Chablis.
Yeah.
And your Bordeaux.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he whipped out that thing, and then he's like, I'll call your mom. And it's like, yeah, call my mom, mister. My mom's like, yeah, whack him. And I was just flabbergasted, man.
Yeah. Phil, see, when I say graduating class of 30 people. 30 people in the graduating class. Like when I was in Houston and Kingwood, my class size, my freshman and sophomore class were 1,000 people or something. And then we moved to Wister, and there were 30 people. And my sisters.
You're up by Sill now, aren't you?
Do what?
You're up by Fort Sill?
I'm north. So Sill is in Lawton. Fort Sill is in Lawton. Yeah. I'm in Edmond, just north of Oklahoma City. So
I used to have an office in Lawton.
Did you? Yeah. So Lawton is like southwest Oklahoma. I'm like right smack dab in the middle, and then just north, a suburb of north Oklahoma City.
Chicken Marsala. There was I saw something like that Don Lemon was arguing with someone like that. He was mispronouncing something. It was he was like calling.
Well, and I have an accent. Like I shouldn't really be saying anything. I know I say things wrong. I mean, when I graduated high school, I went to Arizona and worked for a title company, and part of the reason I think they hired me is because I'd go. It was called State Title, and I'd say, State Title, this is Lisa. And they thought that was hilarious because in Arizona, people don't say State Title. So I know we all do it and have our own,
I still say New Jersey words, and like, it's funny first how people from New Jersey like die laughing if you say y'all. I'm just like, they're like, hey, look at Sean, he's a hillbilly. Say it again. I'm like,
say it again.
What are y'all doing? Oh my God. You gonna go kiss your cousin now? I was like, these guys is a bunch of assholes, man. But
it's funny
I still say Florida instead of Florida. I say Florida. And instead of museum, I say museum. So I don't know why everyone thinks it's so funny. It's like, why do you not, why do you just think it's FLR, Florida?
Don't we entertain you with our goofy language? Hey, can I ask you a little crypto stuff that I want to pick your brain about? Just a little bit. So Mame and I were talking yesterday about this. I don't know how familiar you are about it because I have a couple questions, and if you're not, we can be like, move on. So Justin Sun resigned from Tron. And then now he's like working for the World Trade Organization as a representative for Grenada. What are your thoughts about that?
No way. That's weird. I'm supposed to do something about, I don't know, something about Justin Sun. They messaged me and wanted me to do a video and talk about something he's doing. I haven't really opened all the stuff
send
yet.
you some information on it. Oh, so they sent you information on it.
They sent me on something on Sun. They asked me if I would do a video.
Okay.
Talk about some stuff with Tron. It's probably what they're doing now that he's moved on then.
And then they are dissolving the Tron Foundation as well.
Yeah, I should have read that email. No.
Sorry. Okay. So I'm totally calling you out on the stuff that you're supposed to do. Okay, well, we can move on.
But then, and you know what I think is really weird? How Jack Ma built Alibaba, like it's bigger than eBay, it's bigger than Amazon. It's so huge. And then when they do their Black Friday it's like Singles Day or something, it dwarfs like Black Friday sales. They started it for people who are single, like to go shopping for themselves or something. I don't know, but it's morphed into this, huge holiday. It's like a spending holiday. And the fact that he just lost the biggest corporation in the world and the government just took it over, to me, that's just mind blowing. And it should be.
I haven't heard that news.
That should be the thing that should be like the main thing everyone talks about. It wasn't just a guy made a company. It's the biggest company like in the world. And
what government took it over? The communist government took it over?
Yeah, they took over Alibaba. It's insane. And then the whole thing about when Justin Sun paid the money to have lunch with Warren Buffett, and they were pissed about that. And you remember that?
No.
So he was in San Francisco, and he was supposed to meet with BitBoy. This is when his channel was smaller than mine. But he was like massive Tron. He was like a Tron fanboy, and he met Justin Sun there. He went there to meet him. He was like super excited, but Justin Sun paid $3 or $4 million to have lunch with Warren Buffett, and it was all over the news. And
I do remember this.
And then all of a sudden, the rumors are that the Chinese government seized like a bunch of his personal staff and friends, and they basically held him captive because he was out of the country. He was in the United States, and they told him, you're embarrassing us with these, capitalist American dogs. So he canceled the lunch that he paid $3 or $4 million for. Just gave it up. And then he did say it was like, I had diarrhea. I mean, it was like the dumbest thing. But people met him, and you could see in the pictures the dude's like freaking out. So it was but the diabolicalness. Also, they're committing genocide, and the stuff that they just get away with is and that we're complicit in it.
So Carly and I ran to have lunch today, and there was like a TV on, and so in Oklahoma City we have the Thunder, and there was a guy, Enos Kanter, who's a basketball player. I do not keep up with sports at all. However, I remember that guy being on the Thunder a long time ago, and recently he became an American citizen and changed his name to Enos Kanter Freedom, and I'm like, mindlessly, we're talking and whatever, and wedding planning. And I look, and there's a little baby boy, beautiful baby boy, has a red shirt on, I think, and a big old mask on. And he runs up to Enos Kanter, and they have him on TV, and he goes to hand him like what looks like a wadded up shirt, something. And Enos looks down at it and he hands it to the guy next to him. And then it cuts away. And I was like, you know how China owns the NBA and whatever, and Enos like was wearing all those shoes that were like against China and whatever. I don't know if they were sending him some kind of message, and you know how what people do to small little people and all that.
People in the NBA are standing up.
And then right after that, the news showed that little boy dancing around like this. It was super creepy. If anybody can find that video of that, it was super creepy. I don't know what that was today, but
11/11 Singles Day on Alibaba. That's it. Hodl Crypto knows. Also, Justin Sun said he had a kidney stones just out of the blue there while he was in San Francisco.
I have this. Wait, you don't believe it? I have something else.
Yeah, it's like,
let me try something else.
He couldn't go to the lunch with Warren Buffett because he had kidney stones, but then he could go to like a little meetup with some like YouTubers and stuff that night. It was, it was obvious that he was being threatened by the freaking government. But they're doing terrible, horrible things, and it's like documented. I was talking about years ago the genocide that they're doing to their own people, but they're it's just super racism.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we reported on that yesterday about. I guess they're telling the American athletes to not to use that digital yuan over there because I guess we're politically boycotting the Olympics, but we're not financially or athletically boycotting it. Which
Phil, I don't know if you heard about what Phil's talking about, but that Amazon is deleting any reviews of the president's book that aren't 5 stars, which is
that's awesome.
It's stupid.
I didn't know he wrote a book.
Yeah.
Someone wrote a book and signed his name to it.
Yeah, the president of China.
Interesting.
I don't know. It seems like Australia. You can tell there's there's fighting in that country. Some of them are really wanting to bow to China, and some of them are still want to stand up for freedom. And then old Taiwan.
Did you see this yesterday?
No, that's actually cool.
Okay, this was really cool. So apparently Elon Musk did put some satellites up, and I don't know what kind of agreement they have or who paid for it, because right now the Turkish lira, so Mame was telling us that the Turkish lira lost 40%. It went from like $18 or $14 to $11 in one day in value. Like the Turkish lira has been drastically dying over this last
bad
short. They're bad trouble. The good thing is over 90% of Turkish families have hold gold in their possession, because that's just a big part of their culture to give gold at weddings and all this. So they most of the families are hedged in some way.
From Italy down, that whole part of the Mediterranean, all that. Their gold is a big part of their culture.
So then these kids, I guess, I don't know if the kids saw the pictures from these satellites and then drew pictures, or if they just drew pictures of space or whatever. But then they created these NFTs and gave them to him. So I thought that was really cool, because then I bought my Melania Trump NFT, because she did this one that's going to benefit kids in foster care and teach them how to do blockchain and science and technology.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they're going to do a whole series. It's very cool.
That is cool. I was just about to say something to you. Oh, Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Have
Elon
you?
Musk
What do
and
you think about the argument with him and Warren
I
and
haven't
Sanders?
seen it. Is this new? Oh,
Oh,
and oh, yeah.
yeah.
Warren.
He called her President or Senator Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
that was
is.
hilarious. That's like it though. Once you get that brand, that's who you are.
Well, she's been Pocahontas before that,
Yeah, I
so
know.
nice. Now she's Karen. At least she's a white girl again. I'm sure she's happy to have that. You know.
And then he made fun of that one chick from that CNN Joy whatever. He called her
Behar.
joyless. Or is it Joy what?
Is it Joy Behar? Oh no, from CNN. I don't know
Yeah,
who.
CNN. Yeah, she's a black anchor, very very racist. She but she had Warren on, and then she was like, oh, Elon Musk is terrible, and you're so great. And then he said he called her joyless, and then said called her what is it called? Lobbyist. He called her Senator Karen's lobbyist.
Oh, how funny.
So it's funny. If you mess with him, dude, he calls you right out. He is he's like Trump, but a little more sarcastic wit. Whereas
Yeah.
Trump just is like, hey, your mom's ugly. He's a little bit more funny.
Well, I was curious. So, like, if he received these NFTs from these children and the lira's dying, I mean, would it be possible for him to and he's got that whole $11 billion thing that he's gonna pay in taxes. He's saying he's gonna pay in taxes because he sold so much of
Mhm.
his Tesla stock.
Yeah,
Is
he
there
said that's the
some
thing. In his tweets, he said that he's about to pay more taxes than any other person has in history.
is there some way that he could do good somehow, or create some charity, or make this benefit the children of that's how I was tying that together with Melania's NFT thing, because that all kind of came out on the same day. And I
Hmm.
was like, are they creating these NFTs to be a way that it benefits children? um could currency be a way that perpetually benefits children instead of central bankers in the
Well,
world?
yeah, that's the whole point of crypto, pretty much. But that's what. Well, that's the scam that Bill Gates did. Is he created his own charity, and then gave all of his wealth to his own charity that him and his wife control. So it's a scam. But Musk could do that. We still have a few days left of the year. Um, if he had a charity created, he could do it as a tax thing. Like
Is there a way to do it in a decentralized way instead of centralized way?
I don't think there is. I
No.
I mean there is. I mean he would have to, like, through a DAO. He could do something with it, but there's not that framework yet. It's not, and with that much money, it would it would force them to create a framework.
Hmm. I don't know.
But
That's kind of where my brain went.
that would be good, just to show, because that was the whole thing with the UN, when they like, hey, you could cure hunger with this much money. He's like, okay, show me how you're going to spend it, because you're just going to waste it on giving money to warlords and raping kids. So if he could actually, instead of paying taxes, just show what the private sector could do, versus the like, if he just literally gave
If it
everyone
was in a DAO, yeah,
$2,000 or something, you know.
yeah.
But then that wouldn't be it wouldn't the government wouldn't let him do that. They wouldn't allow him, if he did that and said it's for family relief or whatever, stimulus. He's not allowed to do
But
that.
if each child created the NFT, the child, and in that contract, every time that NFT something happened to it, the creator of that NFT received XYZ,
Right.
then every child of Turkey would be paid.
Well, those 5,000 would, but it was probably created by, the school system, or
it was only 5,000 kids.
It's whoever created the NFT. So even if a kid did it, it was still under the wallet or the the account of that entity, so they would get the money.
Yeah. Dang it. It would have to be every NFT. An NFT would be created of each child's birth, and then it gets into, well, who creates the NFT? Yeah. I'm still trying.
That is cool, though.
Yeah.
But I would like to see Elon Musk do some kind of huge charity thing like Gates did, and then do it as a DAO, make it decentralized, and then make it really transparent. But keep showing what it's doing, and then compare that to the Gates Foundation and all that kind of stuff, the Clinton Foundation. Can you imagine that? If they're like, hey, here's what we're doing. Look at here. What are you doing? Let's make it transparent. Put it on the blockchain. Right. That would not go.
Make that the constant challenge of like, we'll open our books. We'll match your giving as long as you open your books to ours or something.
Yeah. Can you imagine, looking in the Clinton Foundation?
They're looking into it.
They're looking. But can you imagine if everybody could just see?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Maybe one day. It's wild and crazy. Super crazy. Are you having family night tonight?
No, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Tuesday. No, family night's Wednesday.
Oh, family night's Wednesday.
We're doing the show with Jason tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. I may have Westwood come on just because it's Christmas this week, and we won't be able to do a Friday show. So at my house we do Christmas Eve, we do make your own pizza, and I have the kids all come over. I planned ahead when my children were very young. I thought about like one day they're going to have their own children, and they're going to want to spend the night and do Santa in the morning. And so I want to be able to have my grandchildren at my house. So I planned ahead very early. So I always do Christmas Eve at my house. And we do make your own pizza, and everybody comes over, and it's also really flexible because my oldest son and his wife live in Tulsa, which is about 2 hours away, hour and a half. So they can come any time of the day and kind of stop by, and the siblings kind of, hang out, and everybody just kind of loves on each other, and it's a good day. And then if you have pizza at lunch or you have pizza at dinner, and I get like all the toppings out, and we make some pizza, and everybody hangs out and is nice to each other, and that's what it's about. We give crypto.
We don't eat or anything like Christmas Eve because Christmas Day is crazy.
Oh yeah. Do you do like a big Christmas Day dinner?
Yeah. I like to do really big, but I get yelled at by everyone now. So it's too much food, Dad. But we're smoking I think a goose and a duck.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a turducken?
No, see, that's the thing. I bring that up, I get yelled at really hardcore. No, I wanted to do a turducken, but no, we're not allowed to do that.
Not allowed.
We're too fat. Damn it, Dad. We don't need this shit. One pie, that's it. One
pie. Wow.
Yeah. But
that's one pie. So inflation.
My granddaughter likes cheesecake, so I'm going to make a eggnog cheesecake.
Yum.
Yeah, it's really good. It's crazy good, but usually can't make it. But now I can make it because she likes cheesecake, so it's for her.
Yeah. I can't wait for grandbabies. That's exciting.
For what?
Grandbabies. So I've got
Yeah.
2 kids. Got 1 kid married, got another one getting married. And I get to have the fun with grandkids. It's an exciting time in my life.
It is. It is. They're really cool. I got a play house I got to build.
Oh,
So
yeah?
yeah. So that's right. I got one like 3 years ago, but they moved, and I was like, so I asked something about it, and my son's like, yeah, that it was only lasted about 2 years.
Yeah, they get
So
destroyed.
we don't have one, so you can get a new one. I told you I get in trouble because I get him too much stuff.
Oh.
And they're like, we don't have room for this. It's too much. So I was like, I brought it up, and my son was like, yeah, that's a good thing, Dad. Yeah, you get that.
Okay.
Get a playhouse. So got that.
Well, that's good. That'll be exciting.
And I got a lot of other stuff too.
Looking forward to that. Do you give crypto to your grandkids?
No, I
Not
don't.
yet.
Nobody likes it. Everyone's changing though. Like my son is getting into farming, and my Asian son has been into crypto for a while, and my cousin, my niece, my 9-year-old nephew messaged me. He's like, Uncle Sean, how can I make money flipping NFTs? I was like, really, Justin? All right, man.
Does your mother know you're calling me?
I was like, all right. So I did him stuff on Wax, but I got to show him how to get a wallet and everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm on, he's weird smart. I mean, like strange, because he's like 9 or just turned 10, and he can like do some like coding already, and like he just that's like fun for him. Is just to like build
Do you know about that website that MIT? There's a free website that Canon plays on, but it's part of our homeschool stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me. That he was doing like basic coding and stuff.
I'll text you that.
Send me that. Yeah, I'll send it to him then.
It's scratch.mit.edu, and we've made it part of our like curriculum, and I've shared it with a lot of the other homeschool moms, and it kind of meets kids where they are, so different ages can kind of step into it, and then they watch little demo videos, and then they move these blocks that are color coded, and then it starts off with you creating a character, and then you create like an image, and then you create like a movie, and then you create like a video game or all this. And so from there you can make those into an NFT and then make a store. And anyways, very cool.
Yeah, he posted something the other day, and I just laughed because he's a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And his post was, great, 4 hours working on rendering this mech, and its feet aren't even totally symmetrical. It just cracked me up, man.
That's cute.
Yeah. Did I tell you? I told you about those advent calendars I got ripped off on.
No.
No, I buy things like that pop up on Facebook from China, and
yes,
my kids also yell at me about that. But like 75% of the time, 75% of the time they're good, but at 25%, they're funny. I usually try to use PayPal so I can get refunded. But this one, get in the pool. I bought this thing. It was like 2 feet by 2 feet, and it was like decking, like wood. And if you stepped on it, water shot up, and it would like shower you from the bottom. So like if you get out of the pool or something, you just stand on this, and it triggers it to. So it was cool. And what ended up coming was just a 3-foot piece of hose, not even little metal end or anything, just a cut piece, for siphoning gas or something.
Oh, nice.
So every now and then it's something like that, and then I just have to send pictures. I bought everyone this really expensive whiskey. It's like $300 a bottle, but it was like $99. But it were empty bottles. Everyone got empty bottles. So that was another one. But anyway, so I see this advent calendar pops up, and it was they're not super cheap. It was like $60 or like $70. but it was Iron Maiden. So I was like, an Iron Maiden advent calendar? Yeah, I'm going to get that. I love Iron Maiden. And then I saw on the website, there's all different advent calendars. So I got like a Beatles one for my son. I got a Zelda one for my other son. I got a Pokemon one for my grandson. So I go through and I order everybody these specific advent calendars. And instead of candy, there's like collectibles. Every day you open up
that's
a
cute.
figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool. So I got mine, my Iron Maiden one, because I ordered that first, and then took 2 or 3 weeks. But I get all the other advent calendars. All of them are Pokemon. All of them. So I was really mad because I ordered those.
Each one of them has the same character in it.
No, well, each one is the whole calendar is like a theme.
Okay.
So I got one that was the Beatles, so it would be like different Beatles memorabilia.
Right, but when you open it, so if you say Pokemon, but then are they all? So he's not called Pokemon. He's called something else.
Right, it's the Pokemon is like the whole. It's like
thing.
A Pikachu and all that stuff. Yeah,
Pikachu. That's it.
So I was like, all right, all of these are freaking Pokemon. So I was mad.
Okay.
But I gave him everyone. I was like, hey, this is supposed to be something different. It was special for you, but it's Pokemon. So I gave it to my nephew and all that. And they're such Chinese ripoff that they're not even Pokemon. They're like the first thing you open up.
It's just a knockoff.
It's like a little basketball player. And then there was like a pink piano in my Iron Maiden.
No.
I mean, so it's, but my nephew Justin, he goes into my cousin. He's like, man, these new Pokemon are weird. Because he just thought it was a Pokemon, It's like, this is a car. This Pokemon is a car. That's weird. But I thought it was hilarious.
That's sad. This is a disappointment. But,
well, no, actually,
you paid for, right?
Well, I got a refund of half. They gave me half. So everyone thought it was fun.
Who decides that? Does PayPal decide that? Or does the company
PayPal decided it. PayPal decided. But, I mean, everybody still got stuff. And I did get there's 2 or 3 Pokemon in the ones that they got. But they also didn't send the correct. But there's mixed of everything. Like there's Beetle stuff in the Pokemon one. So it's all, just random, goofy stuff. But it's funny.
Craziness. So crazy. Well, I think I have to bail. I think I can hear Cannon in the other room. But thank you. I apologize for being late. Like I said, it's just 'tis the season. Thanks everybody in the chat for jumping in and joining us. And Public will be here tomorrow, and maybe we can get Westwood. I'm not sure if he's traveling back tomorrow, though. He might be driving, so I'll check with him. And Satoshi Sean, thank you for having your festive hat on today. You look absolutely adorable.
It's pretty cool. I like it. It's comfortable.
I like it too. All right. Merry Christmas, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow here on the New Normal.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.